Hello, my amazing artists. Today we are going to be learning about the artist Romero Britto. He's famous for his bold, bright colors and really fun patterns. Check out some of the artwork that he's made. Today you'll be making your own artwork inspired by Romero Britto, but for your subject you're going to be doing your very own initial. So you're going to do the first letter of either your first name or your last name. It's up to you. I did my last name. You're going to learn how to draw it in block letters, and then we're going to fill it with fun patterns, and you can do any patterns in any colors that you want. So listen up for the directions so you can learn how to make your own Romero Britto initial letter. Today we are going to be drawing a Romero Britto inspired letter. So the supplies that you're going to need is a pencil, an eraser, a black marker, and any coloring supplies that you want. You could use markers, you could use colored pencils, crayons, whatever you have on hand. So I'm going to start with my pencil, and I'm going to draw the first letter of my last name really, really big. But you could also draw the first letter of your first name. You want it pretty big so it fills a lot of your paper. So I'm going to draw a great big letter H. Then once you have your letter drawn on your paper, we're going to imagine that your letter is like a wild horse that wants to run away, but we need to fence it in so it doesn't escape. So I'm going to draw a fence around my letter. Great. Now, once I have my fence completed, you want to close it all the way. Don't let them escape. You're going to take your big eraser and you're going to erase the original letter you drew on the inside. And when you take those away, you will see that all you have left is your block letter. Then we are going to make this look more in the style of Romero Britto. He usually breaks up his images into sections. So from my letter, I'm going to draw lines all the way to the edge of the paper, spread apart a little bit at different angles. So it's going to touch the letter and then touch the edge of the page. Touch the letter, touch the edge of the page. So you want, and they don't have to be straight lines. I could do one that's a wavy line. Then I've got different sections of my project. I'm going to put my pencil down. I'm going to take my marker and trace over all the pencil lines that I have. Inside each section, we are going to fill it with different patterns. So you can invent your own patterns. You can also look here for some ideas for patterns. We can fill it with stripes. We can fill it with shapes like triangles or more letters. You can come up with any pattern you want, but to be a pattern, remember it has to repeat. It can't just be one polka dot or one heart. It has to repeat to fill the whole space. So when you're drawing your patterns, make sure you fill the whole space with the pattern. So I think I'm gonna do hearts over here. I'm gonna do them right side up and upside down. And notice how I'm filling the whole space with my pattern. I'm gonna keep going till the whole thing's filled. I'm going to fast forward the video at this point so you can just watch me do my patterns, and then you can pause the video, draw your own patterns, and then unpause the video when you are ready for the next step. Once you have all of your patterns drawn, it is time for you to color in your project. When you're coloring, you want to try and color in as much as the paper as you can, not leaving any white spots, unless you choose a certain thing to be white. And make sure you color in the same direction every time. So if I am coloring in my letter H with a yellow marker, I want to make sure I'm always coloring up and down with the marker. I don't want to be coloring all kinds of different crazy ways. Always up and down, or you can choose instead to color left and right, or you could do an angle the whole time. You can also turn the paper so that it's easier for your wrist to make that motion. You can use any coloring supplies you have. You can also mix coloring supplies. So I think I'm going to draw my letter with marker and then maybe do the background in crayon. Another quick tip is when you're coloring the background, if you choose a light color, like a yellow, to color in the whole background, then you can use a darker color, like a purple, to color the polka dots in. That saves a little bit of time. You just might want to test the color combination on an extra piece of paper first. I'm gonna fast forward my video while I finish coloring. Remember, you can pause it whenever you need to, and then unpause when you're ready, and I'll see you when I'm done coloring.